back to Sustainable You. So it's a gorgeous day here in west of England. As you know, we are UK based, and I've got quite a few things to show to you, so we're going to break them up into smaller videos. But the first thing is that we have finally got round to doing our Compost Loo. So here it is. You saw me trying to put the foundations down and all of that sort of stuff, but essentially we tried to make our life as easy as possible. We started off with a sort of prefabricated shed, as you can see here. And if you come with me, I'm going to show you, we finished off the foundations here. And to be honest, I was a bit scared of being able to do it, but we really easy, levelling it off on the floor, using sand, then using a bit of breeze block. We had some patio slabs left over in the garden, so we used that. I built a frame to measure with wood essentially, and then we filled it with some sort of river stones that we had on site. So we've got all of these stuff that we filled it in with, so when the shed sat on top it had a firm base. Thank you, Ines, for letting me know that. Next up, like I say, we had this prefabricated shed that was super easy to put together. I'm really bad with angles, but it was really good step by step. Can't remember where we got it from, but that's that. Nice thing, one thing we really wanted was a little window, because the view, if you point over there, is absolutely gorgeous. Looking at our old oak tree, it's about 300-year-old. Can you imagine all the stories it's got to tell? Coming back this way, so firstly, just put a pallet down. Quite good to be able to clean your feet a little bit before you go into the Compost Loo area. And then inside here, if you come on in, it's quite lovely. So first of all, this is the box, and within this box we have a large bucket where the solids go, and then we've got a tube that comes down where we've got a compost kind of liquid separator here, and it goes down into liquid into a bottle. Really easy to do. The top actually was cut by a place called My Cut. I'm going to just say that because it was super easy to do, really efficient and effective. When you have gone to the loo, if there's a solid, you put this down there, which is bits of sawdust and also shredded paper. You can do both, makes the same effect. Essentially what it's doing is it's absorbing all the liquid, and it doesn't smell at all. There's no stink, which is nice. Cute little thing here, just holding the toilet roll. Our toilet roll is non-bleached, just brown loo roll, which is, you know, good for the environment.
A quick insert here, because not everybody may have had the opportunity to know, learn, see, use one of these compost loos, dry toilets. So there you go, just to show you a little A4 that we have on display on the loo. So that explains why this thing is even of value, very clear how to, step by step, how to use it. And also at the end, we give some sort of extra facts of the benefits of it, or why it's important, so that everybody feels comfortable, knows how to use it, and is more of a positive thing and help educating and making others to know and feel comfortable about it. I will really highly recommend, when you do it, do something along the lines, something like this. Okay, let's back to the video.
So if we head on out, that's pretty much all on this loo, and I want to take you round to the back just to show you what is here. So firstly, I wanted it quite neat and slick, quite like my design aspects, and so we have a little door here, and this is the back working. So as you can see here, we've got a large bucket. In the bucket is where the solids go. We've got some nice wheels, so it's easy just to drag in and out. Purpose of the bag, so a friend of ours was talking about obviously vermin and things getting in, and the best thing to do is kind of tie it off with a bungee. That's what we've done, and then I've stapled it to the top so nothing can get in there. That's the hope. Second thing here, as you can see, we've got a little bin here with a couple of buckets, a couple of containers, sorry, and that's basically where your liquids go. And then it closes off really nicely, so we don't have to worry about things going in there. And the third design aspect of this is up here. So as you can see, the roof was the only extra thing, apart from the tabletop that we bought and the separator, so that we could collect rainwater. We had this that we found in the garden, the drain pipe, which comes down here. A bit of a makeshift here. The water comes and we can collect the rainwater, which is pretty cool. Part of doing this, obviously, I had to lay a bit of a foundation to it as well, but again, I did a bit more of a makeshift version of this, tried to flatten out the land with a bit of mud, and then we have the 3 slabs here, just giving it a bit more of a solid basis. Innes is pointing at this. Essentially that's for runoff, so once this gets full, eventually we will hopefully have another bucket here, another bin here, so that we can collect additional water, but that will come when it comes. We've got some future ideas about how we use, less antibac and have a washing facility with soap and water, but obviously we will share that with you when we get round to it. I think that's that's it really. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. What did you want to say, Innes?
Why is good to do this? What we're gonna use with all that stuff, and what's the purpose?
Really good point. So what's the purpose of this? So human manure, and this way of using it, firstly it uses less water, which is really important. We use a lot of water, and actually we want to reduce the amount of water that we use. Secondly, human manure, basically you use it, some people say up to 2 years, for the solids to be able to just compost down, and then you're left with some really nutritious stuff which you can put under your fruit trees, and not under your vegetables. That's a big no-no, I understand, but using basically as a compost, which is really good. And with the liquids, if you can reduce that, I think it's 10%, is that right, Innes? 10% sort of liquid, and it's got loads of nitrates in it, which is really good for plants, and the rest water, and that's like a very natural fertilizer. So that's a little bit about why we're doing it and how we're doing it, and I hope that's been helpful and informative and fairly quick video. Any questions, put them in the comments.